Do you organize physical conferences and you've been looking for our best to get committed volunteers, people that are skilled, that are committed to the vision of the conference, that are capable and have the conference at heart? One major issue when organizing conferences is to see volunteers that are really committed in delivering their responsibilities. In this video today, I'm going to be showing you how to get committed volunteers, how to screen them, and ensure you get the best ends on board. So do well to watch this video to the end, and you would see how I've been able to do my, and I trust it would help you too. This is what you need to do. Go to your Chrome, open your Chrome. You want to go and create a Google form, right? So you can just type create Google form. And type create Google form. Just click on any of this link and it would direct you to where you want to create yours, right? To direct you to where you want to create yours, so you can just use any of your email you want to use. For example, I have several, so anyone you want to use can just go there. The title of your form, I don't know the name of your conference, but let's say Esther Conference, right? So it appears the Esther Conference volunteer. So what you need to do, what's the question you want to write here? It can be their name. Okay, be their name. So if you want to make it compulsory, you put this required, that's compulsory for them to fill. And you can just spend your time. If it's an answer you want them to give, you want to put multiple choice. So that's that for that. You can always duplicate and or click on this plus icon at the bottom to create your multiple question. But what we are looking at today basically is how you can use this Google form to get the best ends to work with you to screen volunteers, those ones that would not give you issue ethic, that would not be serious. Because the truth is that a lot of persons, when you call for volunteer, they would all rush in, but when the work comes, it becomes a problem for them to be active. I've had a lot of issues like that over time from organizing meetings. So this time around I decided to do this, and it has been working perfectly fine. Meanwhile, I've created my own form already, so I'll just take you through mine. So this is a Google form for the volunteer force of the Big Game Conference. I am the convener of the Big Game Conference, and I'm using this form to screen volunteers to get active and on board. So what most people do most times, they just say volunteer, write your name, your email, your phone number, and which then they would ask this other question: which units do you want to join? And you see people rushing in, and they just go to the group, and that's it. So but yeah, let's run through what I did. Name, their email, their active phone number, where do they reside, and I asked them, have you volunteered before? It's very important, because if you get persons that have volunteered before, it helps. That does not mean that if somebody has not volunteered before, you shouldn't give them the opportunity to. Okay, so I said, if you volunteered before, describe your volunteering experience. What do you know about a Big Game Conference? So some persons, they want to volunteer for a conference, but they don't even know anything about the conference. So we are not saying they should know everything, but at least what you want to volunteer for, have an idea. Go online, research about them, know one or two things about them, their mission, their vision, what they are about. It would guide you well as a volunteer equally. So what do you know about the conference? We are not saying give us 3 pages of what you know. Can just say, okay, the Big Game Conference is this. Just tell us what you know about it. So I asked again, were you an active volunteer before? So if they're active volunteer before, it also helps, right? So yeah, this conference is not a free conference. If you are the type that is not hosting a free conference, even if it's free, right? Even if it's free, you would need strategies to get persons on board. So I asked here, as a volunteer, is important to invite at least 10 persons by selling tickets. So I was like, state 3 unique strategies you will use to sell this conference ticket. It's some persons will just come as volunteer, and you are telling them, let's do more publicity, let's do more marketing for this conference, and some of them don't even know what to do. Even if you share strategies with them, they still don't know what to, they'll just be lazy about it, for example. So yeah, it's enables the prospective volunteer. It tells us that, oh, at least this person, I'm not saying the prospective volunteer should have deep strategies. Yes, he or she might not know everything, especially if it's the first time, but just say something. So I'm like, state 3 unique strategies you will use to sell the conference tickets. Okay, let them say something, and you can equally get some idea from here from what any of them says. So I'm like, okay, as a volunteer, it's compulsory to buy the conference t-shirts. Are you willing to get one for 5,000? So all of these things are just, instead of us to be having one-on-one interview with them, which might take time. So this is just more like an interview process. It would help screen out those that don't want to commit their effort, their time, their cash, as little as getting a t-shirt. If your conference within the t-shirt can add this to it. If it does not, no problem. As we need. So are you willing to get one? Yes or no? At least somebody that will say would not get from there, you just remove the person first, that kind of thing. So what skills do you have to bring to the table for the success of this event? Very important. So the people you are working with, these are your team members. They are not just volunteers. They are people that should align with your vision. They are people that should look forward to the success of the event. Okay, so you can ask them this, then drop the handle of the social media. Yes, not everybody. No, for example, I've seen a couple of people who they are not really active online, but their offline presence is very okay, their relationship offline. So this is not really a criteria. If somebody said I'm not active online, it's not really a criteria, because this set of persons might have quality connections offline that they can do publicity to. But then this again is very important, because our conference majorly we want to do crazy publicity online. So it's important to at least check these people out, know their followership, know how they are faring online. It would help. Then this conference to be held in in Benin City, and we had to ask if they are Uniben students. Okay, we have to ask if they are Uniben students, because it would help us, because we are expecting some of these attendees from Uniben. Reason because young people, undergraduates, graduates, they are our target audience, and we all know that a lot of them, they find their roots in universities. They are there, so we would need most of them. That's why it's good we have at least volunteers from those regions. So the next question is yes, graphic. This when you now bring out all the units you want them to apply for, list them out, and do it to add other, because there might be some teams you've listed that somebody that is interested in something, it's not there. Maybe you forgot or you don't know or something. So you can add other and tell them to state the team and responsibility that was not included. Now they've chosen a team. You ask them, why do they choose that team? So you ask them, now you've chosen a team. Okay, state why you choose that team and not another, just to hear them, just to see how creative they are, just to hear their thought patterns and all of those things. So I added, state one unique idea you can bring to that team. So be sure that they know why they are choosing that team. Some persons, they just want to go into content writing team because they just feel, okay, let me just go. You understand? So you need to ask them, why did they choose that? So anybody going for graphics, video content can tell them to drop their best work. This would enable you scream, because imagine you are having like 30 people coming in for graphic design. How best will you be able to choose those that you really want? So it's by checking out their work. So tell them to upload whatever they are doing on Google Drive and share the link. Then You can also ask, for example, maybe from the form you've gotten lots of amazing responses from a particular team, and that team is kind of saturated. You have 30 people for designs, and you're like, definitely everybody here cannot be in design. Maybe their responses were so good and it's becoming difficult for you to choose from. Okay, so you can just tell them, okay, in case the team you are applying for is not saturated, which other team would you love to join, so that it does not look as though you just left them. Okay, so can also ask, if at any point you're not carrying out your task, what should we do to you? Very important, because a time will come where most of these volunteers that even fill this form will not be active, and it will be giving the team lead issues. So you can just ask them what you should do to them, so that when that time comes, you relate it with the team leads and say, okay, these are the responses from XYZ persons in your team, so you know how to act. And that will also give them a sense of responsibility, because they know that, oh, I filled a form, so I don't have to do anyhow, because my response will speak against or for me, as the case might be. Then there's nothing bad you asking them to give you suggestions or correction or observation, maybe especially from the ones that attended previous meetings, okay, previous conference. Okay, now that you've seen all this is not this is just more like a model, a template. It's not compulsory that everything here is what should be in yours, but make sure you put as much as important things you've seen here. You can also be creative and add yours to it. Now let's check a response. So far we've gotten 56 response. Then there's one that stood out for me that I would love us to go through. So this person is Obey yes. Funny enough, this person has not volunteered before. You see what I'm saying? Have you volunteered before? No, this person have not volunteered before, but you see the responses, amazing. What do you know about the conference? The conference is aimed at improving one's personal development. It brings, the conference provides a platform for attendees. That it shows the person has gone to check what the conference is about. Now we ask, state unique strategies you can bring to the table to sell conference. Brother, this person has not volunteered before. That's why I told you initially that because somebody said he has not volunteered before does not mean you just don't pay attention to the person's application. Why that question was actually added was so that maybe somebody has volunteered before, it also gives an edge, kind of, because they now understand what volunteering is all about, basically. So he said, I will use social media to promote the conference, the tickets. I'll create posts on platforms like Twitter, Instagram. It's just crazy. Create an email marketing campaign to reach ads to people, offer special deals and discounts. Are you willing to get a t-shirt? She said yes. What skills do you have to bring to the table? I have several skills that will be beneficial for the success of the event. First, I'm a natural this is just amazing. She's a university student and she's coming in for ushering or protocol. And I said yeah, she's telling me her responsibility. I would be responsible for directing attendees to seats and ensuring the event runs through smoothly. And now that you've chosen a theme, why did you choose that theme? She stated them. It's just amazing. She said if she does not do what should be expelled from the team. I don't have a correction or suggestion because I'm expecting great team from the conference. Okay, so as you can see here, that's just it basically. Now let me show us something regarding why you should screen. Okay, let's check application number 4 to see. Okay, I wanted to show us something. Yes, okay, I'll just okay, for example, this person is in Osun State. He said yes. If he has described your volunteering experience, just imagine, say I'm trying to help the convener. Very funny. What do you know about the conference? Great event. Which unit? Publicity and graphics. State 3 unique strategy, and this person is saying I'll let people understand which skill do you have to bring to the table. Graphic design and graphic design. And here's the question: state why you choose this theme. He said because it's my skills. Like, very funny. So imagine you don't have all of these questions. This kind of person now will come to the team, and it might be pretty difficult. So if at any point you're not carrying out your assignment should be done, so you just put dots. At least you can say warn me, or caution me. Just say something, even if it's not something strict like saying remove me from the group. So the person just put dots. That's if I'm not carrying out my tasks, nothing will happen. Do you understand? So that's why it's very important to do all of these things. And I want to believe that these would help you if you are a convener and you need serious ends to work with your team leads. You've chosen your team leads already and you need people there. I hope this helps you. Okay, so these are some of the these are contents I share on my YouTube page. Do it to subscribe for more, and yeah, thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.